From the DHS Tennis Courts in Darien, Connecticut, it's a Tuesday afternoon clash between the Darien Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams and Varsity Boys Tennis here on the DAF Media Network. Hi, everybody. Joined alongside our resident DAF Media tennis expert, Dave Donnelly. I'm Braden Schenk. So glad you can join us here for this premier rival of the conference, Dave. Darien, New Canaan. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter the circumstance, but this rivalry always lives up to the hype.
It always does. Darien's coming out with a really strong team this year, but New Canaan Darien defeated New Canaan in the state final last year, so they were a good team last year. They have some new additions, especially Jack Mountford playing #1, the hard-hitting freshman, and it looks to be some good tennis today.
It should indeed. New Canaan, they come in 9-1 on the season. They're third in the FCIAC. Darien 6-3, an up and down road for the Wave this season.
Have those reversed.
Oh yes, I did. 6-3 New Canaan and 9-1 Darien. Trying to do it without reading the team names. Nonetheless, Darien, the up and down season this year, they did fall to Greenwich. And what happened for the Wave in that game against the Cardinals?
Well, it all came down to the doubles lines. Greenwich, there's a handful of very high-level players in Fairfield County, like elite, and Greenwich, their #1 is Dylan Atkinson, commit to University of Richmond, really strong player. And the Darien boys were able to win singles 2, 3, and 4. Teddy played a good match, played Dylan tight, couldn't quite win that match, and Darien did not hold one of the doubles lines. So you're going to be looking today to see if Darien can, against the New Canaan this year has some pretty good doubles lines, and I think Coach John DeFilippo is going to want to have the boys set the tone and hopefully take one of these 1, 2, or 3 of the doubles lines, which Darien was unable to do against Greenwich.
Second-year head coach for the Darien Blue Wave. He'll be leading Darien into this contest. Now we'll take a look at our matchups today. First, starting with our headlining singles 1 match. Sam Donnelly, the Franklin and Marshall commit, will go up against Jackson Mountford for the New Canaan Rams. You mentioned Dave, the freshman for New Canaan, but he's having a great year. What are we going to see in singles 1?
These guys know each other really well. They played a bunch. They've trained together, so there shouldn't be any surprises in this game. Sam's going to come out with his normal consistency and try and move Jack around. Jack hits pretty hard, so Jack's going to be trying to get the ball that he's looking for and hit it and try and hit some winners. And Jack has a big serve, so Sam's going to have to really defend that well. So it's a good matchup, #1.
Now shifting over to our singles 2 side of things, the College of the Holy Cross commit Teddy Callery, the soon-to-be Crusader. He'll go up against William Sweet for the New Canaan Rams. And Sweet, the up-and-down season, he's 0 for 3 in singles play, so Teddy will have the upper hand in that one, but you never know in these rivalry contests, the underdog could come through.
Yeah, no, it's, hey, you got to play the matches. And, but you'd have to give Teddy a pretty strong edge in this one. I mean, Teddy's, as you said, he's a commit, D1 commit. He's playing really good tennis, so William Sweet's going to have his hands full, but, we'll see what happens.
Again, off to the Patriot League to play for the Holy Cross Crusaders. Then at singles 3, the Denison commit back in the Darien lineup. Kyle Patrick will be going up against Nick Brillo for the New Canaan Rams. 2 big singles players going at it on the singles 3 side of things. And then the big change for Darien on doubles 1, shifting Will Donnelly back to his old stomping grounds, playing in the doubles 1 position against Aiden White. Or Aiden White will be his partner against McDonough and Kevin Zhu for New Canaan. Zhu and McDonough, the first time they're paired together, and Donnelly and White, they're 1-0 this season as a doubles player, as a doubles team. And Dave, how does it adjust the mentality of a player going from a singles mainly player to playing doubles all of a sudden?
It depends on the player. And, Will's game is well suited to both singles and doubles. So it shouldn't be too big of an adjustment for Will. I think the bigger adjustment will be Will and Aiden, who've, I believe, only played in 1 match together, seeing how they gel. As you know, you have to get to know what your partner's strengths and weaknesses are and, work around them. It should be a good match.
That was not.
Actually, is Will playing with Anders?
So the word we got from head coach Dave Filippo is that singles 1, singles 2, and doubles 2 will start while they wait for courts 3 and 4 to dry. So the singles 3 and the doubles 1 will need to be waited right now until the courts can fully dry, but doubles 2 will get underway shortly, and the doubles 2 matchup will see the likes of Anders Mueller and Rowan Bepler against Doshi and Smock for New Canaan, a game that a lot of underclassmen stepping up, the sophomore Bepler, the freshman Doshi, and Should be a great game, not to say the least, on doubles too.
And, you know, from the Darien perspective, as I mentioned earlier, you know, Darien got swept in the doubles lines from Greenwich, and I know Coach is looking for who's got the hot hand, who's going to step up and, you know, win some big matches for the team. And those that do are going to see a lot more playing time.
So again, those are all of our matches that will start first in this one. It's, doubles 3 and singles 4 will wait, and for now we got to wait on singles 3 and doubles 1. And you think that will get to the players being iced a little bit longer?
It's tough to say. You know, typically singles 3 starts, you know, with the other matches. So the fact that it isn't, you know, I don't think a veteran like a Kyle Patrick is going to be bothered if he happens to start later and, you know, some of these matches have ended and draws a crowd. I know some people, as we've discussed, Braden, do not like playing when they're the only match out there.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. But again, we will see singles 1, Donnelly and Mountford, singles 2, Callery and Sweet, and then doubles 2, Mueller and Beepler against Doshi and Smoke. So those will all get underway to start on this afternoon. Then the other matches will just have to wait, even though Darien does have 5 courts. And there was a lot of rain we saw in southwestern Connecticut today. The custodians brought out the leaf blowers, and they somehow got this thing ready to play despite all odds. And it definitely looked a little bit funny, but the courts are dry and they're ready to play here on this Tuesday afternoon.
That they are. It's a good day to play. A little less great to watch. It's a little chilly, but.
So again, the players completing their final warm-ups in this one. Again, Mountford and Donnelly will be our big headlining match over in singles 1.
And over in doubles 1.
Doubles 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
right.
not going to be confusing.
You're right, that's doubles 2.
What were you going to say, though, before I cut you off?
No, I didn't realize that they were putting doubles 2 out before doubles 1.
Well, like I said, that was the word that head coach John D. Filippo for Darien told us, was that all the matches would start in the regular positions. They would just wait for courts 3 and 4 to dry and then get them going once that far baseline was ready to go.
And it looks like Darien's doubles 1 team, Aiden and Will, are going to start warming up on the court 4.
So court 4 slowly drying up, and they'll be good to go.
William Sweet, a lefty. We're seeing him warm up.
And Sweet, the junior on this New Canaan team. One of 8 juniors on head coach Ben Young's team. And Dave, that's something we're going to talk about. Not a single senior on this New Canaan team. A very young team for head coach Ben Young. 8 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 5 freshmen rounding out the roster.
Very unusual.
I mean, talk about building for the future. He's not losing anybody to graduation next year. Hypothetically, he could return his entire team and try to make a run. And they did lose some players last year. Milan Afshar, Sam Funk, Matt Kim, George Mulry, Christian Try. So they lost some guys, but they're trying to rebuild with the youth.
They are, and you know, Darien's going to have the rebuilding problem next year. Losing Sam, Teddy, and Kyle is going to leave a big hole in the lineup. The New Canaan team has always been a good team. Just 2 years ago with the graduation of Ben Graham, who's playing D1 at Colgate, playing very well. You know, they did not have a lot of. Last year was a tough year. They had Kevin Zuo played 1, pretty good player, but they didn't have the horses. This year with Jack coming in and 4 other freshmen, the team is upgraded and it's only going to get better. So.
You look down the roster, Grady Campo, who's 1-0 in singles. Julian Doshi, who we'll see this afternoon in the doubles number 2 contest. Andrew Liebau, who's also 1-1 in singles, as well as Rowan Ritchie Elliott, who's seen some time in the doubles and singles realm. So 5 freshmen have all really contributed to head coach Ben Young's team in their first campaign. Again, the first match is getting their final warm-ups in now. Here on this Tuesday afternoon in southwestern Connecticut. Skies have slowly cleared up, and should be just about ready for some tennis.
Yeah, singles 1 and 2 are getting ready to play, and actually, Coach DiFilippo has called out singles 3. It looks like court 3 is ready. So there really isn't going to be much in the way of a weather delay.
See, I feel like they should get him for some Major League Baseball teams as a head groundskeeper. Looks good. Just keep playing. Play through the rain. Keep the games moving. again, Mountford and Donnelly will finish their warm-up over on singles 1. A match that was scheduled to start at 4 o'clock. Still awaiting our first serves at 4:19 Eastern Standard Time.
And we will give the listening audience updates as the Darien girls and New Canaan girls are playing at the same time in New Canaan, and those are both very strong lineups, so that one could go either way. That should be a really interesting one.
And that was something that, when talking with head coach Annalisa Brown before the start of the season, she said New Canaan was going to be our biggest competition coming into this season. The Rams are having quite a strong year on the girls' side of the ball, and they're going to look to take down their rival, Darien. That is at the New Canaan High School tennis courts. Same start time. And we are now officially underway.
We are live. The first point has occurred in singles 2, which went to Teddy Callery.
So Callery and Sweets in this match.
We see William Sweet's a hard hitter. That one, his return just deep there, but he's putting a lot of pace on the ball.
We finally see the singles 3 for New Canaan. Nick Brillo trotting out to warm up on court 3. So all the courts are finally dry, and we're just about ready for some tennis now. Callery into the net, point to Sweets. And Dave, how important are these first matches on the day?
They're always important to set the tone. You certainly don't want to lose the first couple, and then it just puts more pressure on the guys who play later on. So
again, it's best of 7 out here, so first team to 4 will be our victors. Again, unlike postseason play, they will play all 7 out. Definitely one of the oddities when it comes to postseason play in high school tennis, stopping after the 4th match has been won. And first game belongs to Teddy Callery.
It's turned into a really nice afternoon. The sun is out, blue skies.
That's southwestern Connecticut weather for you. You never know. One moment it could be raining, the next it could be sunshine like this. Sun is out, fans in attendance. Sweet on the serve. He'll try again on his second. The lefty for New Canaan. Got an interesting windup that he brings into the serve.
A little Louis Tiant-ish, a little bit of a turn.
Is that an old-time reference there?
Figure there's got to be a few listeners who will get that one.
And Callery not able to return it. Point to Sweet. I mean, there's a reason you're our resident tennis expert on the DAF Media Network.
Well, when you use the term expert, everything's relative.
Sweet back on the serve. The only match that has begun play.
Looks like singles 1 is, I don't know if the New Canaan player, Jack, is out looking for a ball or he's disappeared into the woods.
Well, that's not good.
Just littered with poison ivy and ticks.
Well, they've done a good job cleaning it up in recent years as they made it one of the cross-country running paths at Darien High School. And a strong serve from Sweet, just not able to keep it in.
A lot of velocity on that serve. But a big differential between his first and second serve. It's about a 50-mile-an-hour differential.
And that time he's not able to get it. Point to Callery. Sweet tried to keep it in and get the point over, not even able to get the good serve. And there's Mountford coming back. Maybe you just have to go for a quick little jog. Get the legs loose. And Callery not able to get that.
Very, very solid, strong forehand in the corner from William Sweet.
You could just hear it. He went sliding on that court.
As I said, William Sweet looks to have an all-or-nothing game. He's going to come at you with a lot of pace, and you know, if he's getting them in, you're playing defense on this point.
And fends off a ball from the other court, but the point does go to Callery. Definitely put him at a disadvantage, but he still managed to fight through.
Okay, and singles one is underway.
Sam Don.
First serve coming from Jack Mountford. Again, big serve. It's an ace.
Wow.
Open the match.
Talk about setting the tempo. Jack Mountford with the ace to start this one off. Now Donnelly will need to play from behind in this first game. Second serve coming from Mountford. Got to assume after the first one wasn't in, he's going to take a little off it.
Even Jack's got a very strong second serve. Good, got a good kick serve.
Just out on it. I mean, you could definitely tell he put the spin on it. Heads up. And it's rare to see a player like that that can hit so hard on their second serve, especially with such little care about that safety net they have of it being their second serve.
Well, Jack uses all of his, I don't know if he's 6'3" or 6'4". He's getting up there, but he's got a good server's physique, and he's just very strong. So,
again, one of the true freshmen on Ben Young's team, looking to make an impact over the next 4 years for the Rams.
Jack just missed he had a drop shot. He drew Sam in, and he was set up for a good volley, but wasn't able to put it away. Sam would like to, if you can win this point, get a couple break points. You don't know how many you're going to get off a player of Jack's caliber. So,
serve coming from Mountford.
Sam hits a rip winner down the line.
Again, these are the singles one and singles two matches. Callery and Sweet again, and then Donnelly and Mountford. And Donnelly gets the put-away shot.
It's a good break for Sam. Get that first break. As I said, Jack is serving well, and you don't know how many chances you're going to get, so you have to take advantage.
You can see Sam was fired up after that point. He takes a 1-0 lead in this first set over Jack Mountford at singles one. Serve coming for Callery. And was that it?
I believe it was. It was an ace. Nice serve down the tee.
I don't think you can get much more perfect than that right there. Teddy Callery with the ace.
And he didn't, it was hit moderately hard, but it's just the placement.
And he grabs a 3-0 lead on William Sweets. Back to our singles one match. Again, the singles three and doubles one still warming up. They got the late start due to the courts being a little wet. But a great job the grounds crew did here at the Darien High School Tennis Courts to get this court playable. About 2 hours ago, this court was underwater. A great get by Donnelly. He's got to go back on the defense, and Mountford takes advantage.
Yeah, you could see Jack took advantage of a weak second serve, and Sam was playing defense the whole point.
Donnelly on the first side to serve. Darien, they're in their white shirts with the blue shorts. New Canaan in the reds and the blacks. And Mountford not able to get that whiffs on it. Point to Donnelly.
These guys, both of these players, they're going to take advantage of a short ball. They're going to try and really pressure the other. They're not looking to just hit it back, get it over. They're looking to hit it into a corner with power and make their opponent, if they can get to it, hit it on the run.
Now take you into our first quad box coverage of the afternoon. In the top left, singles one, Mountford Donnelly. In the top right, Sweet and Callery. In the bottom left, just starting over at singles three, Nick Brillo against Kyle Patrick. And then in the bottom right, to round out this first grouping, it is the doubles one matchup, Zoo and McDonough against Will Donnelly and Aiden Whites. And for all you football fans out here, this officially starts about 2 hours of commercial-free tennis on the DAF Media Network.
Sam Donnelly goes up to a 2-love lead. He held the serve.
So now all 5 matches have officially begun from the DHS Tennis Courts. And a great point by Kyle Patrick.
Yeah, nice passing shot down the line.
Patrick taking advantage of a Nick Brillo who was coming up on the nets. So again, all we're waiting on now is singles 4 and doubles 3. So we'll have to wait for these matches to conclude. Patrick not able to keep it in. And an ace for Teddy Callery.
Oh, and that's a nice winner from Teddy. He had William Sweet moving back to the center, leaning to his left, and he just fired it into the corner.
Callery wins another. Kyle Patrick goes up 1-0 on Brillo. And now 2 brothers on this Darien team of different members, but Will Donnelly and Aiden White playing in this doubles one.
And the White brothers used to play some doubles last year, and they're both pretty good players. And I think Coach DiFilippo's trying to change things up and split them up.
Talk about doubles players. They don't get much better than Will Donnelly. Him and his partner Anders Hansen were the runner-up of the State Open doubles tournament last year. They lost to Brodsky and Guaramo. I don't think I said that right, of Staples High School.
Alex Guadarrama. Yeah,
Guadarrama.
Really good match.
Missed a syllable.
3-set match.
But still, it's very impressive when you can go all the way to the State Open Finals, and that's exactly what Hansen and Will Donnelly did last year. And I believe that used to be the state tournament before they did the teams competition in the last 5 years or so.
I'm sorry?
I said, did that used to be the state tournament before they did the team competition that they started in the last 5 years or so?
Some of the formats have changed a bit, but they've always had a singles and a doubles tournament. So, but certainly COVID disrupted.
Crazy, the impacts of COVID still having some relevance in the world we live in 2023. Now Donnelly and Mountford. Sam Donnelly with the 2-0 lead in this first set. Patrick not able to get that over. I'm trying to figure out, does Aiden have a shoe malfunction on court 4?
It could be. You don't see that every day in a tennis match.
I mean, talk about being the true partner. His doubles partner, Will Donnelly, is now fixing his shoe, it appears. Hail Mary. And won by Kyle Patrick, the heads-up play.
Kyle has a, we're back to singles 1. I believe Jack is serving 40-30. He's had a couple really nice serves. And you saw there, Jack with a good serve took Sam out wide. He came, served and volleyed. And it is now 2-1 in favor of Sam.
Jack Mountford able to get on the board, picks up his first game. And Teddy Callery has built himself quite a lead in the first set. He's up 5-0, just needing a couple more to close out the first set on William Sweets. And Callery goes up the volleyball style, wins it for the Wave. Patrick just trying to tire her out, Brillo.
Teddy's taken a commanding 5-love lead in the first set.
Sweet looking to serve to stay in the game.
The set.
That is, you're right. Callery looking to close out this first set on singles 2. And he does. So Teddy Callery wins at 6-0. He jumps out to a 1-0 lead on William Sweets. And that's a big first set win for Teddy.
Mountford with a nice winner there, too.
Again, this was going to be our big headlining match right here. Singles 1, Jack Mountford, Sam Donnelly, two of the best players on their respective sides.
And Jack has broken back. It's 2-2.
I'm feeling that is a game that could go for the next hour or so. Now 2 doubles 1. I believe they played their first game, although they haven't put the score on the tower.
It's the 3rd game.
Any clue what the score is?
Do not know.
And they have the scores towers on each set, on each net, and doubles 1. The only one hasn't reported a score yet.
Kyle Patrick at a big serve. Nice volley from Kyle Patrick.
And now we're back in the quad box coverage.
And the sun has peeked behind the clouds. It's just gotten a little cooler.
It was definitely chilly when this match started, about 40 minutes ago. But again, you're watching the DAF Media Network. DAF, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, bringing you live coverage of this Varsity boys tennis match between the Darien Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams from the beautiful DHS Tennis Courts. If you're just joining us, Braden Shank and Dave Donnelly with you. So glad you can be with us on this Tuesday afternoon.
I don't think there's a bad day to see some good tennis, Braden.
I don't think there is either. Actually, I'm going to take that back. If it's pouring rain, it might be a bad day to watch some good tennis. Trying to figure out what the score is over on singles 1. Looks like one of the tennis balls came off the tower. Nonetheless, a big one for Donnelly.
And Sam gets that. Looks like he got that break back, so he's back up 3-2. It's a good exchange over on doubles 1. Darien is up 2-1 in doubles 1.
Good boy, Anders.
Darien has
What are you looking for?
Cannot remember the last name. I don't know why. Anders Mueller, there, is back after a shoulder injury, and it's good to see him out playing. He played. He did play his first singles match the other day against Danbury, but it's good to see him out on the court with Rowan Bepler. Doubles 2.
Especially a good senior captain on this Darien team. Brings the energy.
Senior captain, good player.
Always something that it's great to get a senior back, especially a player like Anders Mueller.
Anders is one of those guys who I think more than anyone on this team enjoys being that last match out when all the players are watching.
You think he thrives under the eyes of many people?
he, some people just want to be in that position, and yeah, he definitely thrives.
So Donnelly regains a 3-2 lead on Mountford. Callery leads sweet 1-0 in the second set. Patrick goes up 5-0 on Brillo, looking to close that one out. And then on the doubles side of things, 4-1, New Canaan leads on doubles 2, and then 2-1, Darien leads on the doubles 1.
Sam with a good volley. It's a good point. Those guys are hitting the ball hard. Good serve there from Aiden White. Aiden's got a big serve. Look at his frame. He's got the kind of body you're expecting to see some heat.
And Aiden White, another senior on this Darien team, partnered with the junior Will Donnelly. Donnelly has seen his fair share of playing at the singles side of things this year, now shifted to the doubles side to play against the arch rival New Canaan.
It's a nice put away by Will at the net.
Get by Donnelly, but
That's
Mountford.
a great backhand volley. It's hard to get a lot on that, and he placed it really well.
Yeah, when you have the height of Jack Mountford, it's pretty easy to put that racket up and get the force on it. Just a little flick.
Hard to put it over a tree.
Callery playing the net game, making sweet run. Big crowd on hand from the DHS Tennis Courts on this Tuesday afternoon. Clouds have cleared, a picture-perfect day for some tennis.
It's a very evenly matched doubles one team.
Kevin Zhu and Jack McDonough for the New Canaan Rams against Will Donnelly and Aiden White for the Blue Wave.
And Kevin Zhu was their singles one last year. Good player.
Zhu lost to Darien's last year in the singles 2. And the game over at the New Canaan High School Tennis Courts, in which Darien took down the Rams. And then the Wave got round 2 over at Wesleyan University in the state championship, en route to their championship in the Class L division.
And I believe in the state tournament, Canaan was like a 6 seed, and they got to the final. They knocked out some good teams. They get a lot out of their talent.
Last year went 8-7. They were knocked out in the FCIAC quarterfinals, but made that magical run in the Class L tournament all the way to Wesleyan. But it wasn't good enough as Darien picked up their 18th all-time state title. Shot just out from Brillo. He's trying to fend off Patrick and extend this first set. What's the score of the Donnelly-Mountford match?
It's 4-3 Sam Donnelly. We're having trouble getting the score right.
I'm trying to read your hand gestures here and trying to put it into a spreadsheet at the same time. I'm pretty sure you showed me a 2 at one point. No? Nonetheless, it's 4-3 Donnelly in the first set.
And we haven't, they're going to update, I don't know if it's 3-2 or 4-1 on doubles 1. Oh, really nice backhand passing shot.
There's a reason that Patrick's going to play at Denison University next year, and it's for that reason right there. His ability to put those shots away and make them impossible for the opposition to return them.
That was tattooed.
And Teddy Callery has now inched ever so closely to that first match win for Darien. He leads 5-0 in the second set, and that's where we will take you. As Callery just needs one more game to close out Sweet and take home the first match for the Blue Wave. Sweet on the serve on the near side. Sweet will need to try it again. Takes a little off it.
Darien out to the 4-1 lead at doubles 1. It's a comfortable lead.
While we were talking, New Canaan's singles 2 won the first set, so they lead 1 over Darien. Second serve for Sweet.
You're doubles 2.
That's what I say, doubles 1?
You said singles 2.
Oh, meant doubles 2. We need someone to keep me in check around here.
And Kyle Patrick has won the first set, and he's up 1-love in the second. You can see.
Now we're not able to stay in. Point to Teddy Callery. And Callery just needing a couple more here to close out this first match. Sweet not able to get there. That's out, and Teddy Callery will close out the first match for Darien. 6-0, 6-0 of William Sweet, and that is how Darien gets their first match win on the contest. A big one for Teddy Callery. He takes down the New Canaan Junior. And Dave, what worked well for Teddy this afternoon?
Yeah, Teddy's quick. He moves the ball around well. He was serving well. Will Sweet was trying to hit big, and he just didn't get enough of him in. Teddy was pretty much dictating the control of the match from the start.
Teddy Callery, 6-0, 6-0 on William Sweet. And that is the first match win for Darien. So they go up 1-0. Again, just need the 3 more to close out this match. But there's a lot of tennis left to be played.
Absolutely.
On this Tuesday afternoon. And this has been the back and forth battle we've loved to see. Donnelly and Mountford on singles 1.
These guys are duking it out.
Donnelly on the serve.
He's not getting his first serve in, and that's allowing Jack to step up on his second serve and really take command of these points.
And Mountford's the type of player that will take advantage of the littlest of errors on your game. That's so far what Jack has done.
Sam had a nice slice second serve, got it deep in the box, and Jack was going big, and he just mistimed it.
We will await Rithik Melwaney and Alex Powers over in the singles 4 side of things. They will take over on court number 2. But again, in a match that Darien leads 1-0, thanks to Teddy Callery taking home singles 2. Donnelly Mountford 4-3 in favor of Sam.
Jackson.
Jack ties it at 4-0.
And a big one for Mountford. Getting the equalizer, putting it to 4-4. Now back to Patrick and Brillo, where Kyle leads 1-0 in this second set. Oh, that's in the woods. Talk about a big swing from Kevin Zhu.
Well, Will left it floating over the middle, and Kevin did what he's supposed to do.
And another player that has played a lot of singles throughout his career. (4-1) our score, Donnelly and Whites. And Kyle with a clean winner. There's nothing Brillo can do on that one. And Dave, what have you seen so far on this Tuesday afternoon?
As you know, as we predicted, there's some good matchups. The Donnelly Mountford match is tight, and you're going to have a good matchup here at the singles 4 coming on and the doubles 1. Looks like Darien is up 5-2 in doubles one.
And that's still in the first set. So is this Donnelly-Mountford match.
And Darien is trying to get back into the match in doubles two. Sam's probably going to wish he did more with that ball.
Patrick is just owning Brillo right now on court 3.
He's inching closer to the match.
Patrick leads 3-0 in this second set. Took the first one 6-0. Brillo does take that one home.
And Jack Mountford goes up to a 5-4 lead.
Brillo coming on the second serve. And not able to get it over. A double fault on Nick Brillo.
Well, when you get behind, you know, as far as he is at this point, he's frustrated and he's trying to make things happen. And it's a big serve for Maiden White. Darien trying to just end this first set here.
And Mountford leads Donnelly 5-4.
Let's go, Jack!
This would be a big first set win for Jackson. But he does need to close it out first. Again, Mountford leads Donnelly 5-4 in this first set.
It's love 30. Sam serving. He's got to get back in this game, or he's gonna give up this set. Jack went big and he just missed. So doubles one. Darien has taken the first set 6-2.
So that's Will Donnelly and Aiden White going off to the 1-0 lead on Zoo and McDonough. 5-1. Kyle takes the lead on Nick Brillo. So Kyle just needs one more game to close out Brillo and give Darien their second match win on the afternoon.
Couldn't tell if that ball was in or not. I think this could be set point.
You can see Mountford, he's got his cheering section fired up.
Yeah, that's the first set, 6-4.
A big win for Jack Mountford. He goes up 1-0 on Sam Donnelly. So the first set that Darien loses on the afternoon. Now Donnelly will need to work back. Kyle Patrick up 5-1. A strong serve from Kyle.
And Kyle's looking to close this out here with his serve. He's been serving really well today.
Kyle did change his record prior to this point.
It's a good serve, good return.
And Kyle wins it. Kyle Patrick will take it, although he hasn't won the set just yet. Now it might be 5-1.
I think you're right.
Definitely confusing because initially they put the score up at 5-1 and the ball fell off the tower. So they'll redo it. 5-1, Patrick leads. Again, that is the human element to us trying to eyeball 5 courts at once and get you this accurate score. Gonna be some errors here or there. And there's another fly ball into the parking lot over on the doubles 2 courts. And Darien starting to mount a little bit of a comeback with Anders Mueller and Rowan Beefler. Actually, my apologies, Bepler, I believe.
Bepler, yes.
Bepler. See, I've heard it said both ways, but I guess my expert, Dave Donnelly, is telling me it's Bepler, so my apologies. Serve coming for Brillo on singles 3.
That's a nice drop shot.
The well-placed drop shots. I'm not sure if it gets more textbook than that right there. Just took a little bit off it, flicked the wrist, and got it to go.
Yeah, it was in a good position. His opponent was back. Yep. Sam trying to get back into this match. He'd love to start off with a break here. I think he's got a couple break points here. Big serve from Jack.
Brillo not able to return it. Another point to Kyle Patrick. And this now moves us to match point on singles 3. Darien looks to close out their second match of the afternoon. Kyle plays it into the net. Brillo stays alive.
Nick playing a lot of defense here.
And Kyle with the big winner right there.
It's a nice forehand winner. Looked like it clipped the baseline.
And that was not match point. I was misinformed on that, so they'll play another.
Bill's got that lefty serve here, trying to use it to his advantage.
As Donnelly and White lead 1-0 in the second set.
Kyle Patrick has closed out the match.
So Patrick takes it 6-0, 6-1. And that is how Darien takes their second match win on the afternoon. This time coming at the hands of Kyle Patrick. And the Blue Wave have a 2-0 lead now. And New Canaan has their work cut out for them. The drop shot, the backhand from Zoo.
That is a really good point, both sides. Nice volley winner from Aiden White.
And Kevin Zoo had 2 good returns on it, not able to get the third, though, and that's where Aiden White makes New Canaan pay as he's got the point winner.
But it's an aggressive style. You saw both Will and Aiden were up at net, and that's where they, given their volleying skills and their height, they're looking to end these points at net if they can.
Left-handed Donnelly on the serve.
And that's his preferred side. That's where lefties get that particular advantage where they can take you out wide.
So Kyle Patrick and Teddy Callery, the 2 winners for Darien on the afternoon. That's how Darien got their 2-0 lead.
Another nice volley by Aiden at net. And the doubles 3 teams are taking the court.
So they'll stretch and warm up, but for now, Darien leads New Canaan 2-0 on the DAF Media Network.
Singles 3 is underway. Rithik just hitting a nice winner down the line.
Here's our camera on court number 2. Might have taken a ball straight off it. So we'll work to get that back up.
It's interesting. You don't see that very often. In the middle of an actual live point on singles 3, the New Canaan player returned the ball to singles 1 and continued to play the point when they're entitled to call a hindrance and, you know, suspend and replay the point.
So there's a lot of oddities, is what you're telling me.
It's unusual because you're certainly putting yourself in a disadvantage when you're watching 2 balls at once.
It's still 1-0 over on court 1 in the second set.
It's still 1-love. And it's deuce.
So a big deuce point coming on court number 1. Donnelly and Mountford.
Sam's just not getting that first serve in, and it's allowing Jack to come up and be very aggressive. Just like he was right there.
And Rithik has quickly gone up 1-0 on his opponents. And Alex Powers. Again, Rithik, another player on this Darien team, a freshman who stepped up big. He's 2-0 in singles play this year.
Jack breaks Sam back, and we're locked at 1. We see Rithik with the 1-love lead.
So again, Alex Powers on the near side for New Canaan. Rithik Mulwaney on the far side. You're watching the doubles 1 match right now with Zoo and McDonough against Will Donnelly and Aiden White.
Again, looking for these big first serves from Aiden. He looks like he's serving well today.
And a big one at the net, won by Zhu. He's fired up. Kevin Zhu asserting his dominance at the net. And Rithik has jumped up to a 2-1 lead in the first set. And Mountford Donnelly now gaining the attention of some fans out there.
And Jack Mountford goes up 2-1 on serve.
Mountford 4-2 this season in singles play. He has been beaten before. Donnelly, on the other hand, he, I believe, is flawless on the season in doubles play at 9-0.
Which Donnelly are we talking
Sam
about?
Donnelly?
Sam, you said doubles.
No, I got to stop.
He's played singles 1 and 2. He and Teddy are swapping that out.
I'm right to say he's undefeated in singles play this year.
He is undefeated in singles play this year, but that is threatened right now. Unless
I believe technically he's undefeated in doubles play. He just hasn't played a match there yet this year.
that is true.
So I guess I'm not technically wrong with that one. That's rare for me. 2 mess-ups of singles and doubles in one broadcast. But that's not rare right there. Kevin Zhu, another one at the net. And Dave, what does New Canaan need to do now that they're trailing 2-0 in this match?
Oh, they're gonna have to win some of these doubles matches.
So again, we are still awaiting scores from singles 1, singles 4, and then all 3 doubles matches are now the 5 matches on the courts. So a lot of ground New Canaan can still make up, but they need to go fast, and they're looking to get behind their singles 1 player, Jack Mountford, who's having a nice day so far. Talk about the tables have turned all the way on doubles number 2. It appears New Canaan's got themselves a 5-2 lead in the second sets with Doshi and Smoke. Should be Smock, rather. So New Canaan just a couple points away from closing out their first match of the contest.
Rithik is controlling the pace of this match. He's hitting hard and he's moving his opponent around.
And Rithik, a star player on this Darien team against Alex Powers for New Canaan. Powers, the junior for the Rams.
So much of these matches, you look at Rithik, he's a freshman, relatively young player on this team, really good talent, and you want to the extent you can, you would like to get a little bit of daylight and take the pressure off. So he's really looking to hold here.
Now back to Mountford Donnelly. Mountford getting fancy with it, but Donnelly takes advantage.
Sam's able to hold 2-2.
And New Canaan has closed out their first match of the contest over on the doubles 2 side of things. Doshi and Smock take down Mueller and Beffler by the final of 6-1, 6-2. So the Rams are on the board in this contest. They do still trail 2-1, however, but that might be the momentum shifter that the Rams are looking for over on court number 5. So that moves our match score to 2-1. Neither team will be shut out, which is the good news. Although we still have 4 great matches left to be played.
Ooh, and New Canaan has taken a 3-2 lead in doubles 1.
So Zoo and McDonough win the last 2 games over on court number 4. 'Donnelly, the overhead smash. And it's in the net.
Yeah, and Rithik has taken a 4-1 lead at singles 4. Just a bit outside.
Was that a major league reference? Great Bob Euchre.
Yeah.
I'm shocked you didn't go with like a Ricky Vaughn reference or something. A Wild thing. And a nice point win at the net for Aiden Whites in doubles 1. Zoo and McDonough lead in this second set.
Serve in, and he likes serving in the ad court here.
Mountford continuing to apply the pressure. He goes up, is that 4-2? Or
3-2.
3-2.
They are on serve in the second set. And I think Will holds at love there, tying it at 3-3 in doubles 1.
Great save by Donnelly in the back. And McDonough not able to knock it over.
Tries to get a little cute there. He had a shot at really, I thought, being able to put it away with some heat.
So 4 games still left to be played. 4 games still have to be completed, that is. They're all being played right now. And watching the doubles 1 between Zoo and McDonough and Will Donnelly and Aiden White for Darien. Three. Donnelly and quite regain the lead. So a big one for Will and Aiden now as they look to go down that final stretch and take down Zoo and McDonough in a great back-and-forth match we've seen in the doubles one side of things. Get by Donnelly. Mountford. And Donnelly grabs it. A great point win for Sam.
It's good backhand. It's tough to get it past Jack at net.
So these are our final 4 contests this afternoon. The top left, singles 1, Sam Donnelly, Jack Mountford. In the top right, singles 4, Powers and Mulwaney. And then the 2 doubles matches in the bottom. Bottom left, doubles 3, and the bottom right, doubles 1. And singles 1 and doubles 1 playing some tight contests. Donnelly will get his second serve. Trailing 3-2 to Jack Mountford. Donnelly on the serve.
There's a little bit of like the fence in it still.
All right, good point win for Sam. Second serve will come for Kevin Zhu. In a highly contested doubles 1 match, both teams have seen their ups and lows. Currently, Darien with the 1-0 advantage over the Rams. They won it 6-2 in the first, and 4-3 is what they lead in the second. Singles 1. This was the only match to get started right out of the gate this afternoon that's still playing, that is. It was singles 1, singles 2, and doubles 2, the 3 matches to start us off, and the other 2 have ended, but singles 1 still going strong.
Like the bottom left half.
And doubles one, Darien has won that one.
Did you catch a score in the final set? It seemed 6-3.
6-3.
So 6-2, 6-3, the final in favor of Will Donnelly and Aiden White. That gives Darien their third match victory of the contest, and the Wave just needs one more to close this match out.
And Jack Mountford just broke Sam. He's up 4-2. He's playing very well.
So again, it's 3 matches left. New Canaan would need to win all 3 if they would like to win this contest against Darien. The Wave, they just need to take 1 of the 3.
Go, Jackson. Here we go, Mountford.
So Canaan needs to play the flawless tennis down the stretch if they want any shot of beating Darien on this Tuesday afternoon. That was quick. Rithik Mulwaney taking the first set, 6-1 over Alex Powers. So Mulwaney just stands 6 games away from clinching this match for the Wave. Actually, he's got a 1-0 lead, so it's only 5.
Jack with a big first serve.
And a great shot. Avery Cotton going down the line. Cotton took advantage of that free ball volley and went right down the line. Back to singles 4. Rithik looking to close it out for the Wave. Again, the Darien Blue Wave control a 3-1 lead in this contest against the Rams. So New Canaan will need to take the singles 1, the singles 4, and the doubles 3 matches if they want any shot of taking down Darien. What's the score? 4-2 still?
4-2, yes.
The first match to start, they're still going strong. Jackson Mountford, Sam Donnelly. So courts 4 and 5 are done for the day, but the first 3 are still going strong. If you're just joining us, you're watching the DAF Media Network. DAF, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Braden Schenk and Dave Donnelly with you. So glad you can be with us, wherever you may be, on this Tuesday afternoon.
these two teams at doubles three. This one looks like it's going to be a good match.
Over on the doubles three side of things, it will be Avery Cotton and John Conadarius. Don't think I said that right, so my apologies. Conadarius for New Canaan. And then for Darien, it will be Dallas White and Gordon Washburn. Conadarius, that looks right. Conadarius, the seasoned veteran at doubles three for New Canaan. He's played a majority of his matches in the doubles three position, mostly with his partner Tommy Fox. Fox getting the day off from head coach Ben Young, but Conadarius still looking to win it for the Rams. As well as he's seen some other partners, Kevin Zhu, a couple others for John. And this time partnered with the junior Avery Cotton. And Cotton got one of the two victories for New Canaan last season when they met the Blue Wave. He got that at the doubles three position. And actually took down Gordon Washburn at the New Canaan High School tennis courts with his partner Henry Imbrogno.
Sam's going to have to hold here to stay in the match. He's serving 3-4. They are on serve. See if he can come out, get some of those first serves in.
So a big game about to ensue between Donnelly and Mountford.
And Rithik has gone out to a commanding 3-love lead in the second set.
3-0. Rithik Mulwaney leads. Again, that would be the match that would clinch it and seal it for Darien.
Hear the crowd getting into that singles one match.
Yeah, the match has been going for about an hour and a half now. Fans are going to casually find their way on that side of the court. Again, Donnelly to serve, looking to keep himself in this contest. He trails 4-3 to Jackson Mountford.
Rithik hits a rip forehand winner down the line as Powers approaches the net. Was in good position. There wasn't a lot of places he could go with that ball, and he just found the line.
And Rithik, he got the win against St. Joseph in Darien's last contest yesterday over in the singles 3 position, now shifted to singles 4. But still will have a deciding game in this New Canaan Darien contest. Rithik back on the serve with the 3-0 lead at singles 4. And another big one for Rithik.
He just missed that one.
Oh, it was out?
That was out. Yep. Looks like Sam has tied it up at 4-all on singles 1.
It's a big game for Sam to win right there, getting the equalizer at 4 apiece.
Jack hits very hard and occasionally makes some unforced errors. He has been locked in today. He's not making many unforced. He's not giving Sam a lot to work with.
And the fans once again cheering as Mountford wins it, that one. Conadaris not able to keep that one in. And a great shot by Mountford, and it's a winner.
Was that ball in? Sam's ball?
I don't think so.
No, couldn't tell. It was a good point.
Where's the challenges in the video replay when you need them?
It's getting in that stage where you hit a really good ball, you're going to hear the faithful on your side erupt.
And now both sides getting into it to cheer on their respective side. And Mountford needs a quick shoe tying. 4-4 the score in singles one in the second set. Doubles 3-2-1 in favor of Cotton and Conadaris.
Good shot from Jack, good approach shot. Just hit a bullet into the corner.
And Rithik now moves up 5-0, looking to close it out. And this would be the decider. If Rithik can win it for Darien, it would give the Wave their fourth match win on the contest.
Mountford takes a 5-4 lead. Sam's going to have to serve to stay in this match.
So two big games about to ensue. Here's the first one, Rithik Mulwaney and Alex Powers in singles four. Again, Rithik leads at 5-0, so he just needs to win these next couple points, and he would take home singles four for the Wave.
And if Rithik does win this match before singles one is over, if that does go into a third set, it's a big if, the way Jack is playing, it would be a super breaker. It would not be a full third set. That's a really good point.
So again, on the left side of your screen, Sam Donnelly, Jack Mountford in a late game in this set. And then on the right side, Rithik and Alex Powers. Rithik looking to close it out and give Darien the winner. And that will do it. Rithik takes home the point. He takes the set and the match. 6-1, 6-0 is what Rithik takes down Alex Powers by, and that will be the clinching match as Darien has now secured the victory over the New Canaan Rams with their 4th winner on the afternoon. And it was a great afternoon of some tennis. We do still have 2 games left to be played. And this is a game that first got us started on the afternoon, and it's still going, Jack Mountford and Sam Donnelly. But again, Darien, they can now take that burden off their back. They've already won this contest, so they will improve their record to 10-1 on the season as they look to take down the undefeated teams in the conference. Five, our score. So Donnelly gets a big one there.
Sam needed to win that one to stay in this match. Can he get the break? So Darien is officially up 4-1 with 2 matches to play. New Canaan leading the doubles 3 by a score of 3-2. That ball caught line. Nice shot backhand down the line from Sam.
So again, it is 4-1 Darien, so it doesn't matter how these 2 matches end up.
Oh, but it matters to the players,
Well,
Brandon.
it does indeed, especially when you look at records come postseason time down the stretch. Who's going to win those, and especially 2 great matches in the singles 1 side of things and the doubles 3 side of things.
Good move, good move. Let's go. 3, come on, 3.
See, Jack has a really good kick serve, which can really take you out wide. Gets the ball pops up high. It's hard to handle.
And again, just a freshman on this New Canaan team, so you have to assume he's going to be the star of this Rams team for head coach Ben Young over the next 4 years. Assuming he doesn't transfer out to a private school somewhere, which you never know. The one X factor, if you will, the outlier.
That's a good point. I mean, Jack is not only a really strong player, but he's a good leader, and he can really help this team, you know, be the anchor of this team for 4 years. So you don't get too many who come. I mean, you'll often get some pretty good freshmen, but he's a little different. Sam's on the break to go up 6-5.
And he does. So Donnelly controls a 6-5 lead.
He can serve for the set.
Meanwhile, Cotton and Conaderas control a 4-3 lead over Darien. Isn't that white-green? Is that how you read it?
Yeah, and actually, New Canaan in doubles 3 is up a break. Conaderas serving. And by the way, it's kind of helpful with the names on the back.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds like I know what I'm talking about. But
You're just reading names. It's as simple as that.
Disputed call there.
What was the call?
Called Darien's ball out. Have to check that out on the replay later.
Nonetheless, John DeFilippo will talk with his singles one player, Sam Donnelly. Conaderis on the serve.
And Coach DeFilippo is a strong tactician, so he's going to be giving Sam some things that he's observed that Sam should look to exploit if he can. Not a lot of weaknesses in Jack's game, certainly today. He's playing exceptionally good tennis.
That was one that just took a bad angle on Cotton. Cotton, another player that's seen his turn in the New Canaan doubles world. He's played with a lot of different partners. First time he's matched with Conaderis. But you look at his matches, he's played with Smock, Zoo, Campo, a lot of others that he's played with this year. White not able to return it. Now back to our singles one. Sam Donnelly looking to close out this second set, but he needs an almighty couple points against one of the best on this Rams team, Jack Mountford. And Donnelly's got one right there to start it off. 15 love. Donnelly looking for his 10th consecutive win on singles for Darien. That'll be quite a comeback, but he needs to finish it first.
And he's going to need some first serves to come in here.
And that one is just out. By a matter of inches, Donnelly goes up 30 love.
Darien crowd's looking to get behind Sam and will him to what I believe would be a super breaker. That serve in? Is it 40 love? Sam's come back to win the second set.
How about that? Sam Donnelly taking down Jack Mountford 7-5 in the second set. They will now enter the third set, the only match we've seen to go to a third set.
I believe it will be first to 10 by 2. They're going to take a break, talk with their coaches. This is high drama here.
The intensity will build as Donnelly and Mountford get ready for their all-important third set. I wonder if we still have the Super Breaker graphic from a couple years ago.
It's an incredible library of material here.
Yeah.
For a sport you don't cover very often.
But again, we do still have another match here in the doubles 3 side of things.
That's well played by Gordon Washburn. Threads the needle just like your splits the defenders.
So again, these are the only 2 matches we have left, singles 1 and doubles 3.
I think it's one word.
Trying to figure out super breaker if it's 1 or 2 words here.
It'll fit better in the box if you make it one.
We'll just have to wait and see.
For the people who are not familiar with what goes on behind the scenes here, as a non-expert in the world of technology here, it is impressive what these guys can come up with on the fly.
Just have to wait and see once Donnelly and Mountford return to the court for their 3rd set super breaker.
Again, it's first to 10 by 2.
And can you only win points on your serve, or can you win points
No,
whenever?
you can win points. We've seen, you've seen it all on super breakers. I've seen people up 8-love who lose. It happens.
Are you sure it's a super breaker?
It's typically what they do when the match result is decided, because if they play a full 3rd set, we may be here for a while. You might have to cancel your dinner plans.
And settling it home.
That's a
Canaan.
good rip winner there.
Darien tracked it down, but they left a part exposed, and Canaan is there to take advantage. So we will await official award if they're playing a super breaker or a 3rd set over on singles 1. Nonetheless, we keep you here with this doubles 3 coverage. Cotton and Canadaris against Dallas White and Washburn. Second serve coming from Avery Cotton.
Let's go, boys. That's too good, boys. Too good. Let's go.
We're not entirely sure that they're playing a super breaker. We're trying to get confirmation.
I'm not sure how well our messenger did.
Disappeared.
Nonetheless, Cotton and Canadaris take the first set in doubles 3, 6-4 over White and Washburn.
Third set.
Wow. So they will.
All that work.
And you know the rationale behind that?
I do not. I've always seen it when the match is decided that it's just a super breaker.
Donnelly Mountford will play a full 3rd set.
That's one of the interesting things, Braden, about playing tennis. When you do tournaments outside of, certainly you're going to play a lot of matches in a high school team, but you have to be in shape to play potentially multiple 3-set matches in a USTA tournament that requires typically 2 per day.
For all of those that are just joining us, welcome to the DAF Media Network. Braden Shank and Dave Donnelly with you. So glad you can be with us. Nice grab by Whites. And right up the middle one by Cotton. That's on doubles 3. Mountford and Donnelly getting set for their singles 1. And they're now about to start set number 3 in the singles 1 match. The only match to go to 3 sets.
And Mountford goes out to the 1-love lead in the third set.
You think Sam might have used up all of his stamina here? Might experience some of the fall off in the third set?
These guys are on the court a lot. Typically, a third set isn't a problem for guys in good shape.
Especially someone like Sam Donnelly, the Franklin and Marshall commit. He'll be off to play tennis for the Diplomats next season out of the Centennial Conference.
But certainly 2 matches in one day with 3 sets, that's a different matter. Especially this has been a pretty physical match. These guys are hitting hard, running all over the place. The tank is going to be empty at the end of the day.
Let's go, 3-dubs. Straight break, 3-dubs, straight break.
And 1-0. 3 doubles. New Canaan takes a lead. And these are our final 2 matches left to be played. Singles 1 and doubles 3.
Let's go, Mountford.
Did you ever get a score from the girls' match?
I have not.
Do we have confirmation that they played at New Canaan High School?
I know they were there, and I would imagine the weather's consistent, so I would think they played, but I do not have a score.
Well, that's 50% of the battle, just knowing if they played or not.
True.
Donnelly back on the serve against Mountford in singles 1. And a great
That's a good
shot. Jack Mountford with the winner.
Not quite good enough of an approach shot there. Jack had that lined up.
And another good point there from Avery Cotton at the net. Just tilting that racket a bit. And Donnelly not able to get to that one. Another good play shot by Jack Mountford. Donnelly not able to get it over the net.
Sam goes down love 2 in the third set. Jack's had a good start.
So Darien has now gone down 2-love in both of the remaining 2 matches.
That is not what Jack wanted to do to open the third game. He wants to hold here and go up with a commanding 3-love lead. See if Sam can capitalize on that. His first double fault of the day, I believe.
Again, Darien's already won this match. They lead 4-1, although New Canaan's looking to get a couple more on the scoreboard before the day's done. Good point win for Sam.
Go red.
Mountford playing the net game. Donnelly. He's got it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. Sam got a lucky break.
Mountford was just trying to get out of the way of the ball there, not trying to get hurt. And Donnelly found the open space for the winner.
Sam gets that break back. It's a nice shot down the line from Dallas.
Dallas White that time with the winner for the Wave. Dallas, a sophomore on this team. And his brother Aiden, a senior, also on this Darien team. And I assume that's the girls' score from New Canaan High School. Darien leads 3-1 at the New Canaan High School tennis courts. So some great tennis being played over there.
Where'd you get that update?
My producer, Damian Andrew, telling me that. Although that's interesting, the fact if they started at 4 and only 4 matches have ended.
And and in New Canaan they have 7 courts.
Oh.
So they can play them all. So some of those are in third set, to be sure. Sam with a good drop shot.
Two 2-1. Donnelly does get on the board. Donnelly will now serve.
Sam could use that free point there.
So Mountford Donnelly in this singles one match. 2-1. Mountford leads Donnelly in the third set. Again, Jack got the early lead in the first set, and then Donnelly came all the way back in the second to force the third set. And Donnelly gets the win right there.
Pretty good crowd here, about 50 people.
Did you count the attendance while you were at it?
Just huge crowd size, huge crowd size.
Again, Darien's already won this match. They've taken 4 out of the 7 matches. However, New Canaan does have a chance to make it 4-3. They will need to win singles 1 and singles 3, or doubles 3, however. And the Rams control a lead in both of those matches. And singles 1, Mountford leads Donnelly 2-1. And then Cotton and Conadera's lead White and Washburn 2-1 in the second set.
That good? I couldn't. That was, oh, it's tied up at 2-all.
And Mountford just dominating Donnelly on that
Ripped
point.
that one.
Donnelly's tied it up 2 apiece.
Oof. Jack Hanneman looks like he just hit it a little bit wide.
Now the wind's starting to pick up here. Past 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We've been going for 2 hours now. 2-2 in this third set. And
Oh, ridiculous
did
shot.
that come back?
That came over, hit the top of the net and rolled over.
Wow. Jack Mountford winning another for the Rams.
That was pretty.
Mountford not able to pull off the heroics in that one.
Not sure if it comes through to the home audience, but these guys are really hitting the ball. I mean, there's a lot of velocity and a lot of good movement.
You gonna bring the radar gun with you today?
Which I would imagine, don't you guys have that technology built into your cameras?
Not just yet. Maybe that's a year 7 of DAF edition next year. Radar guns.
And Jack holds to go up 3-2.
I mean, if you're watching like the U.S. Open or something on this tennis channel, do they even have radar guns?
Sure.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Oh, well.
I mean, they do on the definitely on the serve. They post that for the gallery, but they'll often show the result of a ground stroke winner.
But yet again, they probably have more access to technology there. I mean, they can do a little 3D, whatever you call it, holographic of the court, whatever they call it.
Based on what I've seen you guys be able to do, I'm surprised we don't have a 3D something or other.
With the ability to go to the challenge monitor. Although it is interesting, the CIAC has started to move to video replays for some of the sports. I know the basketball season just entered in the winter, and they actually allowed video challenges in the semifinals and championships at Mohegan Sun. So maybe it is coming to high school sports, the video reviews.
Well, and around here with sports that we have, football and lacrosse and all, it would not surprise me.
Tennis, I would throw up there when they play the state championship at Wesleyan University up in New Haven, I want to say. I don't think that's right, though.
Yeah, it's up in Middlebury or
Middlebury.
Middleburg. It's a good backhand volley.
And doubles 3 has now gained their first lead for the Wave. 3-2. They grab it right back.
That match, doubles 3, has just been constantly there. Neither can pull away, but New Canaan's been able to win a couple of the big points and.
And that is a great play shot by Mountford.
Well, he was standing inside the baseline, and he got something soft, and he could set up, and he just took a rip at it.
Again, if you're just joining us, Darien has already won this match 4-1 over the New Canaan Rams. However, we do still have a singles 1 and a doubles 3 match left to be played. So the Rams, while they can't come away with the victory today, they can still come away with 2 wins against some great Darien tennis players.
believe it's 30-40. Wow. That's a big break for Jack. Gives him a little bit of breathing room. Did not see the outcome of that point. We're actually now staring into the sun here.
You bring your sunglasses with you? I feel like that would be on like the Dave Donnelly packing list right there for these tennis matches.
Well, I have given you guys quite a wish list of even more technology.
Like sunglasses is something simple though. 4-2, Mountford leads Donnelly in the first set in the singles one match. Again, a match that got started around 4:20 or so Eastern Standard Time. So they've now crossed over the 2-hour thresholds. Still no final from the girls' match.
No. Don't know who the remaining matches that are out there. What is it? 3-2 Darien.
Last I heard it was 3-1 Darien.
3-1 Darien.
And Donnelly wins another. Mountford not able to keep it in.
Must-win game for Sam.
And why is that the case?
Well, you don't want to fall back a couple games in a deciding set, especially Jack is serving pretty well today.
So 4-3 in favor of Mountford. Well, those two will get ready to play another exciting game. See, isn't this more exciting than the Super Breaker? No?
No, it is.
You get more back and forth play there. They do have sunlight for about another hour or so. You're making the comment, the last DAF Media tennis broadcast we did was the Darien girls tennis team against Staples, and that game went about 3.5 hours. I don't think they got done until 7:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
So,
none of these matches are going to go till 7:30, but...
What time did they get done then? 7:30.
No, I know, but I'm just saying these
Yeah.
are further along in the... Those started late as well.
There wasn't even any rain out there either. Not really sure what the delay was in that one.
Sam catches a lucky break there.
Saved by Dallas. And Darien now playing two back. A floater.
Some orbital ball going on here.
And the Wave are finally able to take that point on doubles 3. Didn't see who got that one.
I didn't either.
In that blind spot in that left corner. Again, the DAF Media Network is a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, bringing you live coverage of this varsity boys tennis match between the Darien Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams. The Wave have already won this match as they've clinched their 4th match, although New Canaan can make it 4-3. So with this win, Darien now extends their record to 10-1 on the season. They will take the road trip to Richfield on Thursday to take on the Richfield Tigers. But again, next Tuesday will be their big matches. They welcome in the Wilton Warriors for a showdown in the FCIAC. The Warriors looking good this year, 10-0 so far, and that's going to be a big competition for Darien, especially come postseason time and really seeding for the postseason.
Definitely. And the seeding considerations both for the FCIAC and for the state tournament.
The first time Darien playing in the Class Double L division, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think about that at first. They did 4-3 divisions, but Darien usually playing in the Class L division. They've won the last 3 Class L crowns, or Class 2, then the Class M, but finally, no, last 3 Class Ls? Hey, you're shaking your head on it. Well, nonetheless, they've won the last 3 state championships, but now they get their first promotion to the Class Double L tournament, where they will look to win the highest division possible in the CIAC boys tennis circuit.
Yeah.
And they get to face some of their biggest competition again, Wilton Staples.
And Jack Mountford gets the break. He's up 5-3. He's serving for the match here.
So Jack Mountford looking to close things out on singles 1. The first match to get started, and they're still going strong.
There, guys.
And White just misses on that one. Dave, how big would this win be for Jack if he could close it out?
Be a big win. I mean, there's only a handful of players, elite players in the FCIAC. Sam and Teddy. I mean, Darien actually has 3.
And Mountford takes another point right there. He's inching ever so slightly closer.
He's 2 points away. And Sam's going to have to think about those 2 second serves that he put up in the last game that Jack was able to just position and rip for outright winners. Couldn't get a racket on it. Just not good enough.
Mountford serving. He's up 5-3 in the 3rd set. And Donnelly will stay alive. See another points off the error from Mountford.
That was I think Condaris thought that was going to hit the net. It's an ace. He's got 2 match points.
So Mountford serving, I believe, on match point.
2 match points. When you got a big first serve, you got and a pretty good second serve too. He can go big here. There it is.
And that is the match.
It's done.
Jack Mountford takes down Sam
He's
Donnelly.
played fantastic tennis.
It takes 3 sets, more than 2 hours, but finally Mountford takes down Donnelly en route to New Canaan's second victory on the afternoon. And again, while the match might be over, it's still a big win for Jack Mountford and the New Canaan Rams. And Dallas White, too much velocity on it, just out of play. This would be looking to push this to a third set, which I would assume would be a super breaker.
This would definitely be a super breaker.
Although you were wrong on the last one.
Well, they were doing that for the ratings.
And that's out. White can't keep it in. I believe New Canaan just took that one to make it 5-4. Second serve for Washburn, looking to avoid the double faults. Keeps it in. And now this is our only match left to be played. Cotton and Canaderis against White and Washburn. And Cotton's not able to keep it in. Actually, I think, was that in?
No, that was this ball was out.
I couldn't tell if he was celebrating or
No,
trying
I
to
think
make
that
the
was
adjustment.
just rage. Oh, and that's
Oh,
it's a great serve, and just Dallas couldn't finish that one off. One of Gordon's best serves on the day. Ball hit line.
and he'll now take the second serve. And now one is one at the net. Cotton with another. First serve in the net. And a big one for New Canaan in the parking lots. Slamming that one home. That will move the score to 5-4.
5-4 in favor of Darien.
Good time while they are switching sides to take you through everything we've seen on the afternoon so far. See all the scores on your screen. Mountford taking down Donnelly in a big one. 6-4, 5-7, and 6-3. And then the rest all go in 2 sets. Patrick over Brillo, Callery over Sweets, Malwani against Powers, and then Darien taking both of the first 2 doubles matches. And White and Washburn still in this second set. But again, that's everything you've seen. And Dave, what have you seen so far?
Again, these teams are pretty closely matched. this match here, doubles 3, perhaps the tightest of them all. It's going to come down to a couple points here.
And Canaan with another for the Rams. And again, if Canaan can win this, then it would force it to an even longer second set, because you would have to win it by 2. As they trail 5-4. Just wide from Canaan.
Oh,
And a great shot.
that's
Cotton
just a great angle.
was right there, read it off the net, and Avery Cotton gives the point to the Rams.
Gordon had the right idea. If it didn't hit net, it looked like it was going to sneak in there down the alley. But tipping the net gave Cotton just enough time to recover and play that nice angle.
And Canadaris with another win for the Rams, and that pushes it to 5-5. And the pressure might be getting to this Darien doubles 3 team, as they have let New Canaan back in this match, winners of the last 2 games. Darien was up 5-3, just had to get a couple more points, close out the set.
They might have had a set point in there.
I think they definitely had to have had a couple set points. And that's out. Second serve coming for Whites. And a double fault against Dallas White.
Tough, bad timing for that. I'm trying to think. Dallas has a big first serve. That's where he's got to get that in.
He gets it in, and it's a no return.
Take something off it. And that's one of the advantages when you do have a big first serve. You can, guys will play you deep. They're expecting it, and then you just come with something a little off speed, like you did there, a little slice serve, and it looks like you caught him a little unexpected.
That one was just out, so Dallas will serve again. Would have been a good serve if it was in.
Can't you say that about any serve that's out?
Well, there's some serves that aren't great.
It's true.
The backhand. And Canadaris just can't get it over. An error against the Rams.
Pretty good
to
point.
wave.
I liked seeing Darien crash the net there at the end. There's some doubles pairs that will give up the net and will both play back. I'm not a fan of that. It's a very passive approach. I like attacking the net. That's where doubles matches should be won, in my humble opinion.
Wade not able to keep that in. And we've seen a little bit of both from this this doubles 3 match. Sometimes they're both playing up, sometimes they're both staying back.
Yeah, it's very streaky.
And that's in.
Well. That was very well timed. Perfect location. Didn't even have to hit it hard. Just
Todd and Canadaris locked in. They're trying to get back in this match.
alliteration on both of these team names. White Washburn, Canadaris Cotton.
Yeah. It's a good call right there. And that's out. I didn't even think about that until you pointed it out.
It's not much to think about there, Braden, but
How long have you just had that in your mind?
it just occurred to me.
Just occurred.
That's why I'm not a that's not why I get a paycheck from broadcasting.
Still, this isn't a step up for you going to the tennis channel next. U.S. Open, player, Australian Open.
Maybe I'll get discovered.
Well, everybody's got to get discovered at some point. Dallas White on the serve. He's got to take a second serve, looking to discover a point for the Wave.
And he's got to get this one in.
And a great shot from Canadaris.
And Canaan is now up 6-5, serving for the match.
So New Canaan has now taken the last 3 games in
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I thought.
Jumped the gun on it. Wow.
No, it is. I guess it's deuce.
We all make mistakes. 5-5, the score in this doubles 3 match. And a winner.
That's a really good volley by Cotton.
And now I think it puts New Canaan up 6-5.
No, it is now. It's
Oh.
add out.
Well, eventually one of these times you might be right.
And the entire gallery has now pivoted here. You have both teams watching this. Looks to be 54 people.
You sure you haven't counted? I mean, these are
And
some pretty accurate numbers.
And if the girls' team comes back, they will probably stay.
What a serve by Whites.
Oh, boy.
And Cotton with the winner. And third time's a charm, but now New Canaan goes up 6-5. Again, a match that had Darien written all over it. They were up 5-3 in this second set.
Well,
but
the set.
Well, that's what I mean. The set had Darien's name written all over it. Then Canadaris and Cotton have fought all the way back, won the last 3 games, and have now find themselves just a couple points away from taking home doubles 3 for the New Canaan Rams.
Yeah, it's pretty good tennis. Just a couple. The Darien was playing really well to get to the 5-3, and there's a couple too many unforced errors have crept in.
Now, if you're head coach John D. Filippo, what are you telling your guys here?
Be consistent, go on the offensive at the right time, and I would hit some those ground strokes with some authority. Earlier they were slicing some of them back, and they were getting picked off.
That's something when you leave the ball up in the air, floating up for someone like Avery Cotton, he has shown that he can slam it home for this Rams team.
Well, slice floats, and with guys at net, who can move like these guys can, something floating, especially if you're hitting it from behind the baseline, is going to get intercepted. And typically, you're in a defensive position if you can even get it back after they touch it at net.
And now, second serve coming for Avery Cotton. He needs to settle down and get back in his groove. And down the line.
Oh, that's a good ball.
And an error against Washburn.
Yeah, it's perfect execution, perfect positioning. They got it right where they wanted. They just didn't execute on the last shot.
15 love in favor of Cotton and Canadaris. Avery Cotton on the serve. The New Canaan Jr. And another winner.
New Canaan inches 2 points away from taking this set and the match.
Just out.
Braid, I'm also a fan of, you'll see virtually every one of these returns is going cross court. I like challenging the net man.
Floaters.
Oh boy, that's a great shot. Wow.
Dallas White.
Dallas White was showing some good hands. He's caught in no man's land and was able to get something good back. It's 30-15. You don't want to. Darien's really got to win this point so they're not. Their backs aren't against the wall with 2 match points.
And that was one that, again, the ball went up in orbit. Both teams playing it back on it until White just stepped up to the plate, slammed it home for the Darien points. (30-15), Cotton and Canadaris lead.
Big point here.
And I think that one was just
Yeah,
out.
serve was out. A little bit of a late call there. See, as I said, I like going right. He was 10 feet away from the net man. Make him, even if it's not going in, the guy's going to defend himself.
This now sets up match point in favor of the boys in red. This would be quite the comeback if they can finish it off.
Not if Gordon Washburn has anything to say about it.
Cotton throws the first serve away. He'll get a second.
That could be deep.
And it is out. That's how New Canaan wins it. Canadaris and Cotton.
Canadaris and Cotton with a strong finish. Down 5-3. Win 4 straight.
They come all the way back, winning the last 4 games, stunning White and Washburn, and that's how the afternoon ends. Although New Canaan does still fall to the Blue Wave by the final of 4-3. Darien, they advance to 10-1 on the season. New Canaan, they drop another match this season, dropping their record down to 6-4 thus far. Darien, again, their next match Thursday. They travel to Richfield High School to take on the Tigers, and New Canaan, their next match comes on Thursday when they host the Trumbull Eagles. Dave, what did you see on the afternoon?
As we expected, you know, this is an improved team for New Canaan from last year. They, you know, got in some new freshmen who've significantly upgraded the team. They're probably a year away from, well, I mean, Darien alone next year, New Canaan probably, you might give the edge to New Canaan as Darien graduates 3 college recruits. But they're steady, they're deep. Good. I mean, they won doubles 2 and 3. And, you know, Darien won doubles 1, but you had a very strong team on the Darien side. So in that line, but yeah, I mean, they look good. They didn't drop a set in doubles 2 and 3, and you know, they don't quite have the singles depth that Darien has, but it's a good team, and it's just going to get better.
So again, those are your final scores. The big one, singles 1, Jack Mountford taking down Sam Donnelly, 6-4, 5-7, 6-3. Then at singles 2, Teddy Callery made quick work of Will Sweet, 2-0. Kyle Patrick taking down Nick Brillo, and then Rithik Malwani with the deciding clinching game over Alex Powers. Then you look at the doubles. Will Donnelly, Aiden White got the job done. And then it was where New Canaan really found their groove in it, Doshi and Smock. And then Cotton and Canadaris. What a comeback to end the day. They were down 5-3 to White and Washburn. Did not back down, played with their backs up against the wall, won the last 4 games.
They fought off at least 1 set point.
Okay. Could have been more than that, but a great way for New Canaan to finish out the day, although they do fall 4-3. Your final, Darien is the victors against the New Canaan Rams. So for our entire production crew here at DAF Media, Ben White-Chulis, our advisor, Damian Andrew. Dave, I want to thank you for another successful season of DAF Media broadcasts here, tennis. I think this is my final tennis broadcast on the DAF Media Network, so it's been a pleasure calling these matches with you. Hopefully you'll be back next year to call the boys and girls matches on the DAF Media Network. But for our entire production crew, Dave Donnelly saying so long from the DHS Tennis Courts. Again, Darien, your victors, 4-3 over the New Canaan Rams. I've been Braden Schenk. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Have a great night, everybody.